Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in for your July 2017 Written in the Stars Horoscope. I'm super excited to deliver you the two readings that we always do, the story of your month followed by a fiercely focused spread to give you some action steps to take to make the best of your money, career, love life, health, etc. So this month there is something really exciting happening in the sky. It's called a cardinal grand cross, meaning 4 planets are taking up 4 spaces in the cardinal signs of the zodiac, which are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So cardinal signs are initiative takers. This is a massive month to initiate action, to start doing what it is you want to do. But a word of caution, make sure that what you're fighting for is really what you want, because there will be tendencies this month to just fight. There's some like Sun-Pluto oppositions going on, some really Mars-Pluto, oh, it's fireworks, but make them the good kind of fireworks. It is July after all. But you can read more about what that's doing for you personally at my blog, writteninthestars.co. But now, without further ado, on to your reading. Hey there, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me for your July forecast. As always, I really look forward to seeing what's going on with you. There's so much interest in seeing how things play out for the different signs, and it's so fascinating to see, like, there are also certain cards and themes that often seem to come across almost all of the signs. Like the Queen of Wands has been popping up a lot, and I suppose, you know, it is summer. We are in the time of Cancer, but also the beginning of Leo. So it's interesting. There's a lot of fire happening in July, sensibly enough. I'm in Texas. The fire's all right here. Okay. So let's see, Virgo. What do you need to know for your highest good? What does Spirit have to tell you about July 2017 for the highest good of Virgo? Starting off with a bang, nothing to worry about there, Virgo. We'll talk about death, but nothing to be afraid of. It's perfectly natural. Nothing to be afraid of, and then the card that is specifically known as the Nightmare card pops up. But hey, I have to say, tarot is thought of as an occult art for a reason. Things are not always what they appear in the tarot, and that's kind of the point of that card. But I don't want to get ahead of myself, Virgo. Let's first sort out what the story of your month is, and then we'll talk about the details. You love details. Okay, Virgo, July 2017. Wow. I say wow because that's 2 aces in a row. What happens after death? New life. Virgo, July 2017. What does Virgo need to know in July, Spirit? Virgo, July 2017. Virgo, July 2017. Virgo. Wow, love it. Virgo. Virgo, July 2017. Virgo, July 2017. Their highest good. What is the month of July bringing for Virgo? What can they know, prepare for? What can they do to achieve their highest good, come closer to their goals, come closer to personal fulfillment and joy? Haha, wow. Wow. Talk about personal fulfillment and joy. Okay. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, Virgo. Spirit never ceases to amaze me. One more. One more for Virgo, July 2017. What is Virgo learning, doing, experiencing in July? Wow. How beautiful. Truly, truly, Virgo. I mean, this reading starts out a little bit rough with the reaping of that death card, and followed by that nightmare card. So, you know, you like to talk about the flaws, right, Virgo? You like to get down to, okay, let's edit this paper before we really sit down and enjoy it, right? Okay, so let's talk about death. Let's talk about the nightmare card. What is it bringing about for you in July? And I should say, Virgo, if you haven't been here before, I do turn any cards that come in upside down, right side up. I don't read reversals arbitrarily because I'm an intuitive reader. That is not to say that anybody else should do it my way. This is just the way that I experience and learn tarot, and Spirit speaks to me very directly about the images and symbols in the card. And if there is a change in the original meaning, I definitely share that with you as well. But I turn these right side up because this is empowering tarot, Virgo. These images, these figures, I turn them right side up so that you can receive the messages as well and see what resonates in you and what comes up in your intuition. So please definitely pay attention to that as well as what you're hearing here. Okay, so that said, this reaping, this nightmare card. Death comes in because there is something in your life that is basically, it's dying on the vine, Virgo. And when something is dying on the vine, what Spirit means by that when they speak it to me is that your roots are still giving this thing in your life, this relationship or this situation, because these are general readings, Virgo. And I get so many messages. So for some of you, it is relationship related. And for some of you, it's like, this job is killing your spirit and it's time to cut it off. Either way, the way that a gardener knows that they have to trim the branches and the blossoms off of plants in order to keep them healthy, ironically, in order to keep them alive, they have to kill, scare quotes, they have to kill certain part of the plants to make sure the whole thing thrives. You are having some obsessive, ruminating, anxious thoughts about killing something in your life that is not working. I just want to show you. This is called the nightmare card because just like a nightmare, the fear is much worse than the actuality. You know, you wake up from a nightmare only to see that, you know, nothing was really ever going to hurt you or nothing bad was really happening. It was all a very vivid dream. So don't keep yourself in this very vivid dream, this anxiety that you've drummed up, this obsessive thought, these, you know, doom and gloom kind of outcomes. The circular arrangement of the swords is meant to indicate like you're having obsessive ruminating thoughts. You don't need that. It's only hurting you. It's only stabbing you to think about things this way. And it's not preventing anything. It's not, you know, putting you into action. And I find it very interesting and very encouraging that it's kind of juxtaposed with this other sword card here. The Four of Swords, peace, meditation, finding clarity. It's like when you start to spin out, Virgo, you know, you have such a clever mind, and you can kind of talk circles around yourself with Mercury being your ruler, your mercurial thing. You might be an earth sign, but you are the most mental of the earth signs. And if you let your thoughts just kind of run wild and do their own thing, you will run yourself into ruts. That is your tendency. You see the flaws, you see the details, and you can get quite hung up, Virgo, on like, this isn't good, this isn't working, this isn't how this is supposed to be. And it's like, what they're saying is that for some of you, the rumination is like, you know that you need to put something to death and you haven't been willing to do it yet. So general readings, that doesn't mean that all of you are holding off on putting something to death. So if that doesn't resonate with you, Virgo, that's totally okay. Some of these messages will resonate more than others because, like I said, they're going out to so many different Virgos. But for those of you for whom you do know that it's like, God, I do know that I need to put an end to that friendship or that relationship or that job or that client or whatever this is, take this as your sign. Take this as your validation that if this has been bothering you and bothering you and bothering you, it's going to be like getting a shot, Virgo. The apprehension and the nervousness, you know, it's going to be so much worse than the actual just like, oh, that was it? It's over? I'm done? And now I'm inoculated against this disease? Sounds fantastic. Like, let it happen, Virgo. Don't be afraid to cull your inventory a little bit. And it's like they said, following it up immediately with those aces, that Ace of Pentacles that is so lively. Look at all these plants. It's like what they were saying about, you know, you have to cut certain branches so that everything can thrive. There's a new opportunity coming. Death always brings rebirth, Virgo. So it's like something had to be put to death that was making you crazy. It's making you crazy. So go ahead and put it to death so you can give life to that which really inspires you. which was what this other ace is, this Ace of Wands. You got 3 out of 4 of the aces this month, Virgo. So it's like if you've been waiting for a sign to have yourself a new beginning that feels really impassioned, to go ahead and cut through cords and things and people and contracts that keep you in a place that you don't feel like you're meant to be, this is the month to cut through. This is the month to do it. You've got Fool energy, Magician energy. That's initiation. The 0 and the 1. Go. Like, and it's funny, Spirit just said for some of you, you're coders, and like that's a reference to binary. But for the rest of you who aren't into all that, which I know nothing, so I will not even pretend, like, for the rest of you, it's like it's time to bring that idea of the adventure into the real world. If you've been thinking about, like, I want to write this novel. If you've been thinking about, I want to go on this trip, it's like it's time to write the first page. It's time to start putting down, you know, if it's like, I want to go on this trip, but I have nothing yet, open the savings account and put 20 bucks in it that is for your trip. It's time to start manifesting. This is a magical, magical month for you to manifest things. When you want something, Virgo, nobody can plant and nurture the way that you can. When you put yourself into service of something, especially if that something is much bigger than yourself, like an idea, a project, a company, an institution, a nonprofit, a mission, you can make amazing things happen. When you're inspired and you put your nose to the grindstone, like you put your money where your mouth is. This month I feel like Spirit just said a lot of you can make connections. The fact that they want you to cut through bullshit and cut old cords and really bring things into the world, it's like there are some good and, it's funny, Spirit is like laughing, and it's like there are some good and fancy people around some of you. People who can, and when they say fancy, they, you know, the Spirit's got a sense of humor, and they know that I do too, so they speak in certain terms. Different readers, different terms, you know. And what they mean is, it's like if you've been looking for an investor, or if you've been looking for a partner, or just an influencer who has like some certain information or some certain reach that you just need. It's not even like you want their money or like their time, but they can provide you some kind of, like, they can just make the right connections. Spirit's talking a lot about connections for you. Again, they're bringing up the fact that Mercury is your ruler and he's the messenger. It's like the way you put out your message, the way you present yourself, it's working in your favor if you present yourself as a confident person, which is all the more reason to eschew things that make you feel like this, that make you feel powerless, that make you feel a victim to your thoughts. No, your thoughts are powerful, Virgo, but don't let them work against you. When you let your thoughts work with you and you work with your thoughts, that is when things like magic happens. Look at 9. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to be in service of your thoughts, or do you want to put your thoughts in service of you? Chase your passion. Be the fool. Don't worry about if you don't know how it looks from start to finish. Start. Start, and then the road will appear before you. The fool is in you know, the classic Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. He's walking off a cliff. And I like to say that the fool looks like he's walking off a cliff for all the world to see. But when you are the fool, Virgo, you know that you're stepping onto a glass bridge. You know that there is something there, that everybody else thinks, what an idiot. Look, we're going to watch this person fall on their face. But you won't. You won't, Virgo. Have the courage. Have the courage. And what was it Epictetus said? I'm about to butcher this quote. But basically it was, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. People are going to look at you and think, what a fool. Okay. All right, we'll see. Let it be. Let it be, Virgo. Wow. For a lot of you, it won't even matter. For a lot of you, you don't care if people think you look foolish, especially when you're in pursuit of this passion of yours. The Lovers are what's ahead of the Fool. The Lovers does sometimes represent love and falling in love, and a real love, a soulmate, not just like a fly-by-night something, which is, you know, perfectly nice, but this is like, I could spend my life with this person, or this feels like a soulmate connection. And again, I want to specify, because I know that can get a lot of people really excited, these are general readings, Virgo, and I'm never trying to tell you that you're going to meet like a beautiful stranger and you guys are going to like get married and have a bunch of babies, or not, or whatever your bag is. But I will say that if this is resonating with you on a level where you want to know more and you want me to like speak to your personal spirit posse, I would love that. And you can look down below in the description. I've linked my shop if you want to work one-on-one with me. So I say that because, like I said, I don't want to dangle the bait of love. But what can I say? When it's there, I won't ignore it. I will say that some of you, yes, there is a love connection. There is like the potential for something big and beautiful and bold. Now, the other meaning of the lovers, which I do feel for a lot of you also, the others of you for whom this isn't love, it's like there is a diverging path. There is a crossroads, you know, two roads diverge in a yellow wood. I love you if you get that reference, and if not, you should totally Google it because it is some good stuff and it definitely applies to you in July. I'll link it in the description, as a matter of fact, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so two roads diverged, right? And two beautiful choices. What do I want? What is my real passion? Where is my heart telling me to go? And that can be difficult when you're so smart, when you can rationalize things, Virgo. But Spirit is telling you to trust your passion, to trust your creativity, to trust that which feels like you. It's not like accepting what feels like proper. It's accepting what feels like this is what I want. This is what I'm in alignment with. I want to create this life. The Magician and the Lovers says that you can create it. You can have it. And I really have to say also, like, gosh, again, 3 out of 4 aces, that's a lot of new beginning energy. That's a lot of blessings that you can capitalize on, a lot of opportunities that you don't want to overlook. And the Ace of Cups is about feelings. It's about emotions. It's about love. So that kind of underlines the fact that some of you Virgos, there is a new relationship coming in. New passion, new love, new forgiveness, new opportunity. So get peaceful with yourself. Spend time meditating or journaling or praying or just taking long, quiet walks. Spirit is saying basically don't fill up your time with like Netflix binging just so you don't have to think about things. The more that you give yourself, kind of some mental white space, kind of the way that, you know, they say sleep on it about stuff. Like think about this big decision and then you go to sleep and your brain kind of like defrags the mental hard drive and you wake up with like a little bit better sense of what to do. Allow a lot of that in July. That is going to help you determine what it is that you want to create, what you want to make more of in your life, and what you really want to pursue, and what you're willing to let go of in order to do that. And I really feel that even though that Death card can be quite scary, for it to be followed by the Nine of Swords and then all these new beginnings, ace, 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 and like so much creativity, it's like what you're letting go, Virgo, is making room. Like it's making room for you to have all these new beautiful initiatives. So I feel like don't be afraid. I feel like death and rebirth. Wow. Okay, so again, you're a practical soul, Virgo. Let's look at your Fiercely Focused spread and see what the action steps are that Spirit's advising for you this month. So if you haven't been here before, what I do is I pull a card for a theme for your month, like what you most need to know, understand, embody, or just be aware of in the month of July. Wow. Alrighty. Okay, so the Devil, for whom I always pull a prescription card, so we're going to pull one more card to go with him, just to see what he's all about. But I gotta say, just tarot reader's preface, the Devil is not Satan. He has nothing to do with evil, as scary as he looks. He's about our shadowy aspects, our animal aspects, the parts of us that feel tethered to things, in bondage of things like addiction, toxic relationships, dead-end jobs. It's all about that Death card coming in to say, like, we need to break the chains. We need to cut off things that make you feel grounded when you want to fly. You know, it's great to feel grounded when you want to feel grounded, but some of you guys are feeling downright held down, held back. Wow. So your prescription card, same card, different deck, the Lovers, you must chase your passion. Wow. I mean, look at the juxtaposition here. Like, look at this dichotomy. This is completely, obviously, this is on purpose. They are reflections of one another. This is deep stuff, Virgo. This is important. This is like, do you bow to the love of power, or do you bow to the power of love? What is it that you want? Love or power? Creation or control? Woof! That's heavy, Virgo. I ain't judging you, but which one is it that you want? And you set yourself free from what is draining you when you go after what helps you grow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Can't wait to hear you guys. You got to tell me whether it's in the comments or on social media. Oh, look, you have a messenger. It's Derpy. Hi, Derpy. Did you come to soften that devilish blow? To be cute and kitty? Show me your cute face. No? I'm going to show him your butt? Ah, that's cats, isn't it? I'm like, here, show him your face. How's this? Go on. Cheeky thing. Pun intended. Okay, Virgo. Pardon the cat butt interruption. Now let's look at what you can do this month to make the most of July when it comes to your finances, your physical body, your material resources. This is the earthly stuff. What does Virgo most need to know in the month of July to make the most of the month? Wow. You are a generous soul, Virgo, and this is about generosity. This is about giving when you can, and about... Hi, baby girl. Hi, pretty kitty. I know. You gotta go, babe. I know. Look how cute. I know. Spoiled babish. This is Derpy. Hashtag Derpy. You'll see more of her being a little silly girl on my Instagram. Okay, okay. I know Virgos are patient, but come on, baby. Come on. No? All right. We'll do just a hard way. Bye, babe. She's like, no, damn it. I want to be part of this reading. Okay, so what they were saying about generosity is, yes, Virgo, you are a generous soul. And that is part of the reason that you get help and you get assistance from other people. It's like when you put that energy out into the universe, it does come back to you. That is just how things work. You'll notice that even if you just wanted to think about it very pragmatically, stingy people don't often get people coming up to them and offering them things. Because who wants to give to the stingy guy who never offers anything? Nobody. Like, why would you do that? It's crazy. Sorry, my cat is messing with things. God bless her. There's a reason her name is Derpy. And it's not necessarily, Virgo, about giving money. Spirit is saying give your time. And they're talking now, when they say give your time, they're talking again about connections. And they're saying that it may be that when you offer your skills, your resources to somebody, like, hey, I can Photoshop that thing for you, or hey, I can edit that thing for you, or draw that, or sing that, or whatever this is, I can clean that, whatever your skill or your offering might be, humble or luxurious. When you give your magic, Virgo, you get magic in return. And I feel like skills change hands. Be willing to trade. When you give, the right people see what you're able to do, and it's going to come back to you. And what Spirit just said to me is, like, for a lot of you, this won't happen in July, like the return on the investment, but it'll be coming. So be looking out for the person who could seem like a patron, or like somebody that it's like, this person's asking for my help, this person's asking for my expertise, holy cow. And expect that they're going to return your mental or physical generosity. Whatever it is that you give to them, it's coming back to you. Okay, so now let's look at what's going on in the mental realm. What are you thinking, speaking, hearing about in July, Virgo? What's on your mind? Your all-important mercurial mind, Virgo, in July 2017, your highest good. very much related to that Knight of Swords saying draw lines and cut cords, and that new connections are coming in. So you have a tendency to be a little bit critical sometimes, Virgo, and you're going to want to be careful that as much as you're drawing lines and saying what you want and cutting things off, that because you have people like possible benefactors and future partners or investors around you, you want to make sure that you are refining your message, that your message is polished. Spirit just said some of you are even like, okay, it's like maybe you're a business owner and you have to communicate through email, you have to communicate through social media. Be very careful of how your message comes off. You know, nowadays you could say something and through you know, with possibly the best of intentions and still cause a tizzy. So be very careful. Be very thoughtful. Again, like that generosity card, think about both sides. Doesn't mean that you need to like be moderate necessarily. If you feel passionately and you want to say something, say it. But also be aware, again, of those patrons and benefactors and people like that that you're looking out for. What kind of message do you want to send? Okay. All right, Virgo. Now let's look at what you're feeling. What's going on emotionally? What's going on in your heart in July? Virgo. Ah, that mourning cloak that comes along with the devil and that death card. It's perfectly natural, Virgo, to mourn what you let go of and to be sorry to see it go. See, standing here looking over your empty cups that have run off. But behind you, 2 are still full, 2 are still upright, and just ahead of you is this beautiful flowing stream. What was in these cups, what it is you have to cut off and put to death, has grown stagnant, Virgo. Let these cups fall over knowing that soon you can wash and refill them with what is new and beautiful, and that it needs a little more movement. A little more flow in your life will keep your emotional waters clean, okay? Don't let it be a one-way street. Don't be the only one doing and giving, or vice versa, the only one receiving. Again, like they said, even just, you know, pragmatically speaking, nobody wants to give to the stingy person, and just, you know, vice versa. The generous person receives a lot of generosity. So you create movement when you give. Okay. And finally, let's see what's activating you. What's lighting you up? What's energizing you spiritually, creatively? What's lighting Virgo's fire? Oh, stuff coming in with speed. Speed, speed, speed. Love it, Virgo. If you want doors to open, they'll open as soon as you're closing the doors that don't belong open anymore. I mean, I'm not trying to throw you cliches, but that whole, like, Spirit just basically said, the whole one door closes, another door opens thing is true. When you shut down an energetic channel that is no longer serving you, another one opens. And I wish that it were as simple as you get rid of the bad boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, partner, or whatever. Get rid of the bad relationship, and in comes a beautiful new relationship. In my experience, it doesn't usually work like that. It's a little more roundabout. It's like, oh, you got rid of the bad relationship. You're basically sending this energetic message that you're ready for a level up. So it's like, so in comes the new job or the promotion or the opportunity, which eventually could lead to the new relationship. But again, I feel like it's like one channel closes, another opens, and expect that. Expect that when you willingly give up things that even though you'll be sad, you know it's time for them to go, that new things are going to come in quick to replace them. That things are coming in fast. So you won't have even much time to mourn because it's going to be like, oh my God, I have so much to do and so much to think about. And it's exciting. It's a lot of excitement. I feel like there's celebration on the other side of this grief, just like there's lovers on the other side of this devil. It's an exciting month, Virgo, and as always, of course, but even more than usual, I feel like it is what you make of it. Love it. Love it, Virgo. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. I would love to hear what you think. So if this is resonating with you or if it's bringing up questions, let me know, whether in the comments or on social media. And I'd love also, if you want to join my email list, that is below too, where I send you horoscopes and stuff. Cool stuff, I promise. And please keep in touch. I want to hear how the month pans out for you, and I hope this really helps you make the most of it. Hope to see you again in August, Virgo. Bye-bye.